Alright, if I was starting an OnlyFans channel from zero, this is the things that you will need, and this is a setup that I would recommend to make your first 10,000 of equivalent of whatever, 10,000 pounds, euros, USD, doesn't matter. First, you need to define and have a skill. So that's the first thing. If you don't have a skill, then and you go into the market's just going to reject you. You have to come with a skill, a presence, marketing. Are you showing that you're posting consistently on TikTok? Are you showing, is your company showing? Are you representing yourself good, presentable? Sales, are you good at sales? Getting the idea across to the specific person. Reflect on yourself, know thyself, right? Know your skills. Perhaps you might even need to partner up with someone. Grab a friend that you might be a salesperson, the other guy might be a marketing and operations person, or vice versa, operations, sales, and marketing. Right? So know your skills. Don't just go to the market and not have skills. Build off your skills. You might do a course. You might research how other people are doing. Look at the different platforms. Then you want to go to the market, right? And decide a model niche. And that's one of the biggest mistakes that I made when starting out, is not picking the right model and getting stuck with 2, 3, 4 models that weren't actually that great, right? People say, oh, ask your friends, or someone that you might know. Yeah, you might have connections, but most people are not gonna have mutual friends. It's private. The OFM industry is on the dark side of things, so it's better to have no affiliation to the person, because I don't need to know your private. It's kind of weird, unless you have a girlfriend, right? You can easily put on, but even that, it kind of gets shady. You're relying on that girlfriend that you might have. How long is that going to last? There's more things to it, okay? So the model niche is quite key. It's just like if you're picking a e-com brand, a niche, or niche, however you want to say it. So it could be any type, fitness, big jugs, big peaches, those types of girls. You want to go after what the market wants, or the market is unsaturated, right? So if you want to take over a piece of the market, that is where you're going to get the most upside. And then if you can focus on that particular market, then you know how to market that particular model. It could be a guy, it could be a girl, doesn't matter. So once you decide that, and you've got on and decide your model niche, and you're going after that particular type, then you know how to speak to them. You want to at least get one model and have 2 ready, and just kind of signing them up, referrals. The more you can sign at the start, the better, because it's going to force you to improve. It's going to force you to hire people a lot faster, rather from starting from someone from scratch than from starting with someone from a zero account. It can be possible, okay? But someone that already has an OF account that maybe making 1,000 or 2,000 a month, that's already like perhaps a proven concept if it's not going on a decline. Want someone steady, neutral, or have the ability to go up. Because if it's steady, then that means that they're currently holding their current fans, their current fan base is keeping consistent, right? So once you have that, then you have the legal agreements and the terms. So the terms here is quite key. Everyone talks about legal agreements. Yeah. When you're working with international, it doesn't really matter too much, but it does matter, okay? They need to know what they're signing up to. But the terms is what is going to determine the thing. When's the payout? And when is it weekly, bi-weekly, monthly? The terms, what are they agreeing to send content? What can they commit to? Is it 6 hours a day? Is it 3 hours part-time? Right? Is it up to 8 hours? The terms is real key to work out the percentage, or even some people go with the salary option, and some girls and guys go with the salary option. Right? So the terms is quite key, and how much they want to commit to. The last thing you want is a model that's not gonna work with the terms of the agency, and it needs to be leveled out, right? Okay, then next you have a model, then you're going into, you got two things, the only two things that matter. But here, all this here, this is all sales, and however you want to do it, and whatever method. Let me just go back for the method, model niche, signing the model. You've got IG DMs, it's probably the best. Girls are always on the IG, so make sure you have a good company page, IG page, yourself. You look presentable, look like you know what you're doing. You might have some IG reels yourself, shorts on TikTok. Okay, something something normal, something you just look the part. Get them on a call, show them the value that you're proposing from here, your skills, right? It might be sales. The person might already have a good thing, and you can figure out the rest later. Or you might complement each other doing a business partnership, right? Then after that, you've got the signed agreement. The only two things that matter is traffic and sales. Traffic, you need traffic because then you can convert the traffic into sales, right? So let me go back down, and then the operations. So when you're building a team, operations, building a team, same type of thing. You want to then put on a chat manager, personal assistant, virtual assistant, and there's websites out there like Upwork, Online PH. You can find and filter people to then apply. Facebook pages is quite big, a little bit saturated with a lot of people jumping around, okay? And when you're working with overseas people as well, they're not in the same country and it's virtual, you want to come in and also have a good filtering system, okay? Because you're arbitraging from making this sales from the Western and then hiring someone virtually. That's the whole point, where you're going most beneficial, going to make the most amount of return, okay? It's a business. So hiring a chat manager, a PA, virtual assistant, and this is saying that you might have two, three models off the go. You want to get to that number and then figure it out as you go, because 9 times out of 10 you're going to have one model, and one model's not enough because you might be slow 1 week, red days another week, you're losing time. So if one model has got that happening every so often, those three things that could pop up. If you have 3 models, then it just rotates. So one model might have this issue, the other model is good to go, okay? So that's why you want to have chat managers, and then chatters, employing chatters, perhaps even the chat manager. You get the chat manager to go off like an experienced person that can then hire, okay? And then you want to go into the software. What are you going to choose? There's Inflow. I recommend Inflow. It's great. Dolphin Anti as well, to put your profiles and not to share any logins with your staff. So it's only between you and your partner, the person that you're the model, or your business partner, right? Also, I'd put in here as well, like security software, and that would be like screen monitoring. And there is one that I'm using. It's quite affordable. It's called Screen.io, and I recommend that. Take screenshots up to every 30 screenshots every hour, so you can monitor them on that too, so they're not slacking off, right? So then you have 2 or 3 models you're building up in the same process. You're gonna then the chat manager, or you're gonna have another person that can, if they're overseas, or it might be yourself, to be the social media manager